We are back for Clydesdale after lunch. Clydesdale after lunch today because we're doing an early CrossFit Open workout announcement. But we got the same players. It's actually a bro sesh today.
Yeah,
we got
buddy.
my boy Charlie and my boy Dex.
None of the girls?
None of the girls are here today.
Connect.
Yeah, if you didn't hear last night's episode, Kat's son dislocated his shoulder trying to catch a fly ball. And so he's
she messaged me that because I saw the thing. I was like, oh no, what happened? And so I knew that, but she also said that she said it was his non-throw or non-pitching arm, so he got to be cash money.
Yeah. They're at the orthoped. They went to the orthopedist today. That's where they're at right now. So that's why she's not here. And Amy actually has to work. He froze up on us, Dex, a little bit.
Well, that's all right. It's hard being a grown-up.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. We're good now? Where's the router at, Bubba? Yep.
You're striking a pretty nice pose on our end.
Okay. Are we good now?
There we go.
There we go.
There we go. All right, close to the router. Close to the router it is. There's the most misused piece of equipment in the gym, a reverse hyper. Usually it's just a nice table. They got one. Yeah, it's true.
I like to use it to sit on when I'm watching people do open workouts.
Exactly. I'll tell you what, they're kind of tough to get on. Good God. That's a heavy box. All right. Here we go. On the road, folks, making it happen. Yeah. And my child, now we've learned some important lessons in the last few days. One, traveling with a 6-month-old is much different than traveling with a 1-year-old. She pays attention a little more. The ears thing on the plane is real.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're learning some hard lessons. Going back time zones is really getting that schedule pretty good right now. So, yeah, we're having a good time.
Sounds like it.
But yeah, we're in Venice, California, though. My friend Dane, we got a kind of an internet friend group, had a get together in Iowa a few months back. And that's how I know Mal O'Brien, which I saw they docked her score for some pretty ridiculous things. I would like to see who brought that about. Like control overhead was one of them. What? Yeah, I made the same face that both of y'all just made.
Because I've been a judge at like events. Control overhead has never been an issue. It's full extension, right? Yeah.
Well, and that term would be okay. That's very clear. Control in that scenario is a lot of gray area to me. And the fact of, we spoke about the rep speed, right? And the only way to do it is I'm hitting, there's no pause, and I'm pulling it down, which I've seen the video. I know she does that. And I'm a pretty big stickler, especially for people I know that I can speak the truth to. And James is one of those friends with her, and she is, and that's just not what I saw. And I have seen some people, that post the 21.2 really crushed it score post, hey baby, and I will DM those people immediately, and say, hey man, those don't count. Say hello. Can you say hello? Yeah.
Hey.
But yeah, I don't get that. But here's what I do get. Is that she is very fit, and I think that'll be gas on the fire for her. I hope it is, knowing the kind of monster she is between the ears. So, and she was honestly set up to probably win the Open, and I think they took her score to 10:30. False start, and control overhead. So false start, okay. All the videos are weird. You're trying to sync up the in-app camera probably with the clock in the gym. So I can see there being a 1 or 2 second discrepancy there, but it's not hard to dot that. Cool. Take it from ridiculous to still ridiculous plus 2 seconds. Like not a big deal. But I get the top tier people are held to the top tier standard. I don't like things that could possibly have gray area. Say, what's up, boys? I would like to give my analysis of hello. There you go. Daddy did that hair. Y'all drink it in. That's right.
It's still insane that the 16 and a 17-year-old are doing what they're doing.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Baby, we get her. The other girl, what was her name? Emma Carey?
Emma Carey.
My goodness. So I watched her video, and that's right, go. And she was doing that. She was going, and the box she used, I immediately was like, okay, that box, maybe it doesn't meet the 15 by 15 requirement, but boy, in that video, everybody suck it, measures the top, and then is pure gas pedal.
Yeah.
She never slowed down.
Yeah, and I'm sure I'll be interested to see what this week is. I mean, traditionally some kind of pull and thruster is cool, but I will be interested to see how the younger cats that are at the top of the leaderboard do when skills are introduced. I don't know Emma Carey. I do know Mal. I've seen her up close, and I hate to keep saying how impressive it is, but from a skill base and a capacity with skill, no matter what it is, literally no matter what, strict muscle up. And I know the equipment list is limiting some of those things, but she can go. And these have not been the best workouts for her. So I'm interested to see if it's going to be 2 parts and they're going to let her lift, because that's going to be really scary if she's pissed off. And, when they add some skill. So I'm really excited for her. And, I hope all the younger cats, I enjoy that.
Yeah, Emma's actually been a friend of ours for about a year now. We had her on a year ago when she first kind of came on the scene and beat Sam Briggs and Sarah Sigmund's daughter at Dubai on that online competition. And she's just fierce. She's a baby killer, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
She's got a 195 snatch if you need her.
Well, there you go. Never mind. I take it back, Charlie. Yeah. It's wild because, I think every one of us, when you get into it, you're like, man, I wish I would have found this however many years it, right? And I think I was fortunate. I found it my summer before my senior year of football. Just paid massive dividends on the back end of football as it pertains. Just never got tired, relatively. And we're seeing the first batch of kids come up. I mean, that Dallin Pepper kid, Sprague I met in 2018, maybe 2017 when we were at the games. And it was just, little kid, talked really fast, tall, lanky, and now like the muscle mass these kids have put on. I mean, it's insane, what new testosterone and strength conditioning does. And I think they're both brute guys, and I know they have a really well thought out program. But man, it's going to be interesting to see what the first batch coming up where they're training smart, right? We've seen kids coming through that dominated the teen, and then they I think the pressure, especially on 18 to 19-year-old boys coming out of the highest kid division, is that, I got a really good motor, my skill base is great, but it's really hard to pick the strength up, right? I mean, some of the things are, I don't want to say low-hanging fruit, but the timetable is just different. So seeing the first batch of kids come through to where, they're in an educated program, somebody that, is not just pulling stuff out of the hopper, is programming for them. And, when the foundation's right, I mean, you're about to see what it looks like. And so I think that's going to be really good for the sport, seeing people move through it and stay healthy and keep progressing and things like that. So it's going to be an exciting year for sure.
Well, before we go to the announcement, did you bake and sizzle on 21-2?
Yeah. We, the kid I was talking about did beat him, got beat by another kid, wasn't even paying attention to. But the record I will say is 1-1 with me and my wife. I took her down by 20 seconds.
Ooh.
So yeah, she can go, bro. I'm telling you, she is in between her brain. It's another gear. Yeah. It was good. I was a minute off my 2017 time, like almost exactly, I think 59 seconds. So I was 11 something then. It was 12 and a half this time, which is still good. And I think the frame of reference for people coming out of competing, going to kind of probably a little more than casual training, because I also don't have any other hobbies just about. But just, man, it's a weird pill to swallow. When everybody's like minute PR, and like, I still care. I still want to perform well. That part of my brain is still on. It's just, a lot of other buckets to fill up in life right now. And it's different. We had fun though, man. Friday Night Lights was fun. We had a good heat. All of them were good. My heat was full of guys that we've been smack talking all week and stuff like that. So we had a good time. And then my wife went before me, so I had time to beat this time. So Daddy came through. So we're good.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because I was talking to somebody about seasons of life, and as CrossFit gets older, that issue of comparing yourself to your old self is going to get greater and greater. And it's going to, a lot of people are going to be put into some depression over that. So
Yeah, I think, and I told somebody this the other day, and I think you talked to, different people about what their, identity, right? Like, what's your identity connected to? And I think an important part of you, especially, I'm 32. I feel like in the last, especially since I've been married, has been an accelerated growth kind of internally, because I was a turd, and how I've kept her around, I have no idea. But it's been a pretty good. Well, it's been a very obvious and intentionally noticeable change in myself. Just I don't think I attach my identity to any season of life anymore. I think I know who I am and what I'm about and the effort I put forth through things, but I also know that what I've earned, right? And so if I put in the work to get a minute slower than 2017, cool. I'm also a great dad, a way better husband. We've moved states, and then I think you can get tied up in thinking those things are excuses, and they're not. It's just life, right? Seasons of life, and so I'm me through all of them. I think, like I said, you put different stuff in different buckets, and so my fitness bucket is not full right now as it used to be, but it's I'm still very healthy and move very well and move relatively fast, just not very relatively fast to that year of life.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and that's okay. I think I'm very okay with it. Like I'm also ruthlessly, with myself especially. Like I know the work I put in, and while it is hard work, it is not 2-hour sessions a day and then another hour and a half of recovery at night and stuff like that, right? Like I'm changing diapers and feeding a kid and trying to be the best husband, best dad and things like that. So, I think, the tide will always rise, but I think all my stuff is coming up and my kind of buckets of life. So I feel good about it. And then the open's fun.
Yeah.
Open's fun, period. So especially when you get the old bacon sizzle.
I think we're going here soon there, Scott.
I wonder,
all right.
why
I'm
are
gonna
they
flip
announcing
over.
so early, boys? That means it's got to be 6 workouts. Oh, here we go.
Take us on a little trip to the chalkboard.
Oh, here we go. All right, he's writing the workout. Yeah, you're allowed to be in the background.
To start with
Oh, no.
Front squats.
You don't like thrusters?
15 front squats.
Okay.
front squats.
325, 215.
I'm ahead of you. I won't tell you.
30.
30.
Toes to bar.
T to B.
Toe to bar. Once the 30 toe to bar is finished, you'll then move to 15.
Front squat.
Just one toe though.
Ooh, that would be brutal.
Thrusters.
Ugh.
The weight is 95 pounds for the men,
Legs.
65 for the women,
20-minute
or
AMRAP.
both bars. You will then repeat this 2 more times.
Oh,
15 front squats, 30, 15 thruster, 15 front squat, 30, 15 thruster.
okay. What's the load?
Notice the bar movements stay the same.
The load will change.
But the movement in the middle, the 30 toe to bar, that will not stay the same.
Going up.
After this first section,
Movement in the middle is
the
going to be different.
30 now becomes chest to bar pull-ups.
Toes to bar, chest to bar, bar muscle ups.
Bar muscle.
I was almost right.
On the
You
third
object-
round,
you
the
objecting?
30 becomes bar muscle ups.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, because our hands get by.
right. I'm glad I brought my grips to California. Here.
Since I started with Christy and Patrick, I've been squatting more this week than I've squatted in a year.
Come kick it. I believe it. Quality squats.
1.3 is
Give me the
15 front squat,
safer
30
time.
to the bar, 15 thruster. At this point, you take a fixed 1-minute rest. Forced 1-minute rest before continuing on with 15 front squats, 30
So you get a
chest
minute
to
between
bar pull-ups,
the
15
sections.
thrusters, and once again, another point where
Between
you
each section.
a forced 1-minute rest for when you finish.
That's
your
going to hurt.
And then you will do 15 front squats,
Just for time.
30 bar muscle ups, thrusters. 21.3 is for time
with a 15, 20,
Yep.
with
15.
a 15
Called it.
minute
15-minute
time
cap.
cap.
Yeah, that's gross. I like that. That is creative.
That just so gross. Thanks for nothing, Dave Castro. So
Can you put it on that TV? Let's watch them.
saw coming. Just our pull-ups and thrusters. A lot of you guys were talking about that. Nobody was talking about the bar movement moving and shape.
But Rory, I'm not finished.
Question.
I still need to introduce 21.
There's a second part.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, 21.4
It's a DT.
is the following complex.
Yeah.
Deadlift,
Oh.
into clean, into hang clean,
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Finally a complex.
into jerk.
Deadlift, clean, hang clean, jerk. That's the second part.
21.4 is immediately following 21.3. If you finish it in a time, with a time, you then have 7 minutes to complete 21.4. If you hit the time cap of 15 minutes, you then have 7 minutes from there to complete 21.4. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 21.3. That is 21.4. This is the CrossFit Open. Have fun.
Yeah. A ton of fun.
All right, I like that a little bit better.
I dig that. I dig
All
that.
right.
Yeah. So this one, I think I put it on my Instagram and I thought it would be Fantasy Land, right? So similar, but no pull-ups, toast bar instead. I really like that. 15 is a horrible number, right? On Fran, everybody will tell
Yes.
you kind of the moneymaker set is 15. I like that stays the same. The second set of thrusters, that's going to be rough. And it's going to be worse because there's a forced minute of rest. So you're really going to have some time to let the pain sink in and catch your breath. And then there's going to be some hard push. And then kind of the carrot at the end of the stick, I guess, for you to gain some time to rest before that 7-minute clock for the complex. I really dig that it's a complex and not a very straightforward. I'll be interested to see what the standard is for the deadlift clean, hang clean, jerk. Do you have to squat clean it? Do you know, it's got to be what's going to be the rule on touch and go, yada, yada, yada. So that'll be interesting to see how the verbiage on that.
It's got to be touch and go, right? Got to be touch and go.
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, which that'll help a lot of people. I mean, I'm a big hold on guy myself. So this is going to be a lot of fun. So I think warm up wise, obviously it's shoulder, shoulder, shoulder. So if you have, I plug them every week, but I've been doing it every year or every day for about 6 years. If you have crossover symmetry at your gym, do it. All right, do it to warm up. Get your shoulders good and not sauced, but there ought to be a little burn in that warm up to make sure we're able to hold that shoulder capsule because it's going to be a lot of hanging. Hopefully, relatively, there will be a lot of hanging from the pull-up bar, and then kind of inversely, opposite motion. We're going to do a lot of pressing. Right, there's going to be 15 thrusters per set. You're going to be fatigued. So hopefully you're still getting a big drive through your legs, through your core, not having to use all arms, but realistically the legs are going to go, especially the deeper you get into it and your heart rate gets up. So I would say we're making sure we're getting scaps and glutes going. I think there's a huge core part of this, especially going into a complex where I have to really brace for a clean into a hang clean into a jerk is kind of the cherry on the top. So we're going to see what movement proficiency looks like through that. I would warm up my clean and jerk and kind of move through that complex. I mean, I'd get up to a pretty good percentage, so I'm not shocked when I get there. But I think definitely this could be in the realm of warming up for Fran. I'm making sure I'm loose, my squat's good, my reps are good. But I'm really, as I said last week, and I'm a firm believer in, get your heart rate uncomfortably spiked before, let it come down, make sure you're moving well, your thought process going in, you know exactly your kind of plan of attack. Maybe front squats aren't your bag because your core blows up, plan out your reps. Maybe you're a gymnastics monster. You know you're going to attack those. Try to go 2, 3, however many sets you want to do, keeping the transitions down. But I mean, this one's going to be a big test. I mean, this is the full body finale. We're going legs, core, shoulders, and then you get to express it. And I think historically the bone he's thrown to larger athletes, strength athletes, is, hey, do you have the capacity to earn this heavy bar? And so that's what it's going to be. If you have the capacity to finish, which I think you know, it's going to be interesting to see the speed, man, because big sets are sexy right now. So seeing people that are going to try to move through the toast to bar unbroken, I mean, it's definitely going to be a lot of people finishing this really fast. I think the bulk of the time is going to be spent, obviously. The weight of the bar going through the thrusters and front squat not increasing is going to make that a real kind of breakneck speed with that 1 minute rest. So this is going to be really interesting. That is good program, Dave. We're getting creative. 1 minute rest. So
I can see the twins going unbroken.
Yeah, my prediction for this one is Spencer. Spencer's a gas pedal guy. Saxon's more of a pace guy. My pick is Spencer.
I think Scott wins the complex, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Scott wins the complex. It's going to be interesting to see, you know, stroke-wise, who goes with the bounce off the hips, who goes with the load to the knee after a little pause. Because I'm thinking, I mean, I'm a bounce guy for sure. Creature of rhythm. It's also going to, you know, speaking about how nitpicky they are with standards with Mal and her getting docked those points, it's going to be interesting to see, you know, the exaggeration of stood up the clean, stood up the power, or stood up the hang clean, you know, with that little bitty drop right before your hips completely open. So I'd make sure you cover your bases there. But this one, some of the videos that are going to come out of this one are going to be awesome. It's going to be crazy to see what kind of the gymnastics capacity has gone to. I mean, because it's going to be wide open, a minute rest. So like you could be a little reckless. I mean, if you're a 2-shot person, you could come out here and just straight Paul Walker shoot the nitrous too early.
Yeah.
And see what's up and run it back Monday. R.I.P. Paul Walker. But yeah, man, this one's very interesting. This is a good program. I really appreciate that. I don't know if there's ever been a forced rest in the Open. It's the first time.
One other time. It was
forced rest.
Yeah, it was a 4-minute rest between two couplets, I think. Maybe 2 years ago.
Is it the one Bailey did in the garage?
No, it was pull-ups and bar muscle ups, and it was a rig shaker one too.
Pull up when it was. Yeah. It was 3 rounds of something into 3 rounds of something. Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the rest was. Do you remember what the rest was between them? The lunge, something, pull up, and then you go into it with bar muscle ups. My kid disagrees. She says no. There was never.
She's like, I was
coming over here to set it straight. What's good, girl? You wasn't a thought then.
They up yet, Charlie?
No,
they're not. They're talking to Noah right now.
Yeah.
This will be a ridiculously good one for Noah Olson.
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
He is real strong right now. Also, a crazy person, Travis Mayer. They're going to have a really good show in a think tank kind of HQ for this one. Yeah, man. And then, you know, I'm always going to ride with my man, Chandler Smith, free Chandler. But, yeah, I can say it now. I can say it. They're going to have a good showing there at their camp. I always like to kind of think guys versus girls, like how different is the workout for them. This one seems pretty straightforward, you know, across the board. I think Christy will crush this one. You're going to get to see that, Scott. And now we're just talking about it, and I've said it a few times since she got docked. Mal O'Brien is about to come out here, Babe Ruth in the box swinging, because she was ready to win this portion of the Open, which again she's going to make quarters, does not matter, but just as a feather in the cap. But she'll come out swinging with this one, and her capacity for these things is going to be ridiculous, especially on the back end. So it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I think Emma will crush the front half. And Mal will get her on the second half. Yeah.
They Mal's. I gotta watch more stuff on Emma. Mal's rep speed, man. She has gears for it, and a lot of people doesn't have that. You know, hey, I can do a big set, but my reps aren't that fast. She's got a gear to go a little faster than that. And then, you know, she's kind of typical prototype CrossFit build. She's not very tall, not very heavy, but she lifts heavy. So it's gonna be interesting. Top picks. Shoot your shot. Top male, top female.
In this event?
Yeah. Both events. You can divide it up. So you can have one person win the first part and another person win the second part. Yeah, this is
Wow,
rough.
this is a tough one, man.
Yeah.
With those squatting, like my first thought was Carrie Pierce, but she doesn't like to squat.
Mm-mm.
It's not a heavy barbell. Might see a
That
Sam
makes it
Briggs
so much.
crush this today.
Yeah. It coming out early is going to change things too. I mean, you're going to be able to come take a solid shot now. I'm going to be so interested to see the standard on this complex.
I can see Christy crushing that first part.
Dude, I'm telling you, Christy Airmobile.
Yeah.
Christy moves well enough to keep the speed on the squats and the thrusters and it not turn into a, her stepping around or having to do a weird
It's just
kind of
how much she
heave.
cares about how well she does.
And then that's the coin in this part, this structure, right? Is
right.
Hey, I'm still going to make 10% and the leaderboard resets. So that is,
because now you have to think about, because the quarters are only a week and a half away at the end of this.
I think it starts a week. What if we're going to call Monday the end of the Open? The quarters start the following Monday, right?
Yeah. So like,
Friday,
how much do you want to wreck your body going into the quarters?
Yeah. And I don't think this one wrecks you. I think the worst thing that's going to happen here is you shred your hands as far as, moving through the next week. I think the other kind of advantageous thing of this setup is people have been able to train through the Open so much better than they probably ever have before, if that's not been a thing. I know, the top X%, that's always been a thing, but for people that had to focus on the Open to try to, sell your soul to get to the next stage, I think everybody's been able to train through with this format because, the number's so large and the leaderboard resets in the next stage, or the number they're taking so large, rather.
Yeah, I know that Vegas crew, it's just a workout in their day.
Yeah.
Who's that?
The Vegas crew, like Bethany, Danielle, and Carrie.
Oh, yeah. Danny Spiegel on this one?
Huh? Yeah, she'll kill the barbell.
Maybe, because she had a shoulder issue.
Yeah.
The squats, the deadlift, the clean, hang clean, she'll crush. I will be interested to see who's able to put this thing overhead after that many reps. Because, you got to think that's a lot of time under tension, under a heavy-ish load. I want to say we'll see a very big, I want to see we see more than 335, 325 on this.
Yeah. On the women's side, we always forget about her, but Tia's probably going to kill this.
Dog. That's why it's not yeah.
But I don't know if she cares enough.
Well, she doesn't have to, man. She doesn't have to.
She's in third.
Yeah.
So not even caring, she's in third.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And they care, right? It's just this is not the end game, and it's it's where it's been a small piece of the game for those people in the past. Now it's an even smaller piece.
And now you're getting into that skill work, which she just will.
Yeah. Well, she moves so well, except for her knees touching on her squats. But, as strong as she is, whatever works. But her gymnastics, man, she's a different breed. And she's the breed you should be. It's a lot of quality, and that translates to efficiency, which is, helps your capacity, yada, yada, yada. None of these guys move terribly. I know me and one of the little brothers had a good race. The last year they had regionals on the handstand walk workout until we got to a really big set of pistols, and he just ran off and left me.
They're about to go, Scott.
There they go. God, this is going to be ugly. Who's in? I'll tell you what, the twins, I cannot.
Yeah.
So there's legitimately 3 different paces here. I'm gonna do this tomorrow at Deuce under the lights, or maybe under the lights. It probably won't be dark here. I'm probably gonna send this one, boys. A minute rest. I'm gonna try to do the first 2 parts unbroken and see what's in the old testicular fortitude, as Mick Foley would say, and on the bar muscle ups. Metaphorical testicular fortitude. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
That's for everybody.
So Spence and Scott are out in the lead. No?
No.
Yeah.
They're all going big.
Oh, yes. Yeah, yeah.
This one, man, you could really be reckless on this one. This is whoever people that like to. Wow. Yeah. People that like to chalk a lot, not going to be a good workout for you. Oh, he's pulling it down. Think of how good you're going to feel to get to the bar each time, though, for that last set of thrusters. You're going to get so tricked into – I mean, not tricked. You have to if you want to, you know, I think do your best score. You can go because you know that minute rest is waiting on you. What are we looking at?
Well, I got
Less
to
than
spend the weekend with the Pancheks because I was Saxon's judge for Rogue.
Yep.
And Spencer is all about the gas pedal.
I love that.
His motto is "Do it for the people."
Yeah. Okay. Well, he's now my favorite one because I will adopt his motto. So he did a minute 31. Shout out tall guys if you're over 6 foot with your long thrusters. Bless you. Peace be with you.
Oh yeah, that minute break is.
It's gonna hurt. Honestly, it would probably. I mean, just because you'd have to plan it more, I don't want to say it would be better, but the hurt will sink in.
Yeah.
When you have a minute rest, you're gonna. I mean, because sometimes you can get lost in the rhythm. Yeah, you can get lost in the rhythm of things. Yeah, that second minute rest. You're right. That's gonna be the big. Oh, I'm gonna be out here cruising. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, but you could potentially have a very long rest. You could push the second. I mean, and it's movement you can breathe well through. Oh, do you notice how they're starting under the rig?
Yeah. You got to start.
I wonder if that's a standard. Is that a standard or is that a open announcement standard? Because I did like that they did the like on the wall walks where you had to start away from the wall. So maybe, you know, setting like we said first week where they're setting you up for quarterfinals to be kind of like the first stage of the games where logistics are controlled. I think they did not do it last week with the dumbbell, but it looks like they're doing it this week with the setup, having them start on the rig and run out, kind of like a start mat, which I dig. I think taking that element out of it and there's no craftiness or, you know, old man at the YMCA that drops 40 because he's crafty kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They're all smooth. Who do we say is in the middle, Scott?
Middle Scott, and right is Spencer, left is Saxon.
Yeah.
Scott's chest bar, very
Sax
smooth.
got the shirt off.
I'm way away from the TV. Scott, new dad.
New dad just killing it. All of them. Spence.
Yeah, you
Is it Spencer Sax that has a baby too?
Sax is not. His wife is pregnant with twins.
Oh, bless that man.
He's a twin. His wife is a twin, and they're having twins.
Yep.
Of course they are. That's just in the cards for them. Scott is winning the second part. Finished the second part at 4:01.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, so you're going to get a good rest. So the loads on the complex will be large.
So there is a line under the rig. You must stand behind that line. There's another line where your barbell has to be in front of. So just like they have here, that is in the standards. I just pulled it up.
I like that.
No gaming it.
No gaming it. You just got gas pedal.
Sax
I will be walking that transition. Thank you very much. We're changing that up. We will not be front squatting or hang cleaning today. Actually, we might do the 60%. I just wrote up a workout. We were going to do some power cleans, light power cleans, and thrusters out of the rack. But yeah, we're probably just going to sweat and get loose now. That's going to get ugly. Go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, Saxon caught Spence, that last one.
There'll be people that are so like, oh, the old cross arm? Come on with the whole Rico front squat.
Look at that. My guy.
Shout out Freddie Camacho. And Freddie's school of front squat, overhead squat positions. All right, let's see. This will be the game.
Yep.
Two sets.
The scaled version is hanging knee raises.
Yep.
Chin over bar, chest to bar.
Mm.
Man, Saxon's swing is way out there.
Oh, I'm a big glide kip guy myself. That's the traditional kind of like Scott short cycle is what I call it.
Yeah,
that's kind of what they would teach at at an L1 or something like that. But I do the more glide kip thing too. I think it's just like I've said before, I'm a big hips guy. If I can get my hips involved and just use my arms, kind of like left hand if you shoot a basketball. It's just there to make sure you don't fall off the bar.
Scott's just like, I'm bust all these out.
Scott wants that rest. He came down. 2 sets. I got it.
2 sets for sure. Wonder how much he took from being a Mayhem for a while.
What do you mean? How much he took from being there?
Yeah. I mean, a little different programming.
Yeah, and that is the deal, too, if you come in. I mean, I know Andrea and Taylor, you know, you kind of got to make the switch.
Yeah.
But, well, which is cool. I get, you know, kind of, you're going to immerse yourself in it, do it. But, yeah, I'd be interested to hear that. Because I don't know. I think he writes his own stuff when he's doing his indie thing, right?
Yeah,
Does he have
does.
a coach? That's impressive. That is impressive. Yeah, I wonder. Because, I mean, you got to think, for so many years, it was what? Him, Rich. I mean, it was always a really close kind of within 5 places thing. And so, you know, I never got to see it individually at Central East when we were there, or the Central Regional when they combined them. But, you know, both really nice guys. But Rich was always kicking our butt in teams. He's crude. Yeah, 3 sets. These 3 sets?
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. 15
And
left. So
the thrusters.
so he's going to have more than a 5-minute rest. He's going to be fine. And I don't think, I mean, not that he would, at a certain level, these reps are, you know, not negligible, but very doable for all 3 sections. So I don't think there'll be much pacing for those people. I think they'll be able to put down 2 solid scores. I don't think it'll be like that 15-1, 15-1A where there were some people crushed the first part and crushed the second part. Yeah, that's fast.
That's fast.
Man. And he moves so well. That's impressive.
He's got 7 minutes of rest.
He couldn't go back home if he let both of them beat him. I know the deal.
Yeah.
He'd have to turn in his key to his gym. You guys got it from here. Good Lord, his thrusters are fast.
Oh, he put it down. Oh, no, he done.
Everybody under 10 minutes? Sheesh. And so you got to think lead up and program-wise. Toes to bar, lats, core, hip shot. Chest to bar, more lat, more heart rate, shot. Bar muscle up, a little bit of everything, a lot of coordination, a little touch on the CNS. So this is you know, physiologically also very good programming. Hats off to you on this one, Dave. If you wrote it. All right, here come the belts. Yeah, I'd go ahead and load that for sure.
What's he going, 185 to start?
I would, just because, I mean, you got to think, if the cherry on the cake is the jerk, then you've got to really see how your arms feel after this one, and more so how you can support it with your core. Because, I mean, 30 toes bar is not a lot, but, I mean, then having to re-engage for your chest to bar, re-engage for your bar muscle-ups, on top of, you know, the obvious kind of squat volume. I mean, it's a lot of thrusters and front squats. So, oh, he's good. It pains me how close his hands are, but that man is strong. And the hat didn't come off, even more impressive.
You got to rep that Born Primitive.
God. I can't believe he doesn't have the jorts on. Does he have the jorts on? Oh, he does.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Come on. Dad fit. And he wears, what kind of shoes does he have? Innovates?
Yeah.
Scott is CrossFit 2008.
Another.
So he's going 185, 270. Oh, never mind. I was about to say 275. Math is hard, guys. 235.
235.
Man, I'm so glad it's a complex. I've been waiting for this. I wish I had done more fitness this year.
It's interesting. Warm it up while you got the time.
I would do that. Then you can take full advantage of your window, especially, I mean, that's such a long rest. I mean, you got to think their fitness, their ability to force that heart rate back down and do stuff is going to be, you know, that's top shelf. So, yeah, I would definitely do that. And then be, you know, a lift I mean, you could potentially be with that long a rest. You could potentially be at a challenging attempt to start, and so there's no time wasted. So then I'm not having to put myself in a position to make a 20-pound jump if that's a big jump to you. Some people train that way, but if you're a person that doesn't, you could really potentially set yourself up. Again, if you have the capacity to buy that time. So this is a really good buy-in. Oh, I want to see how many people get. Yeah, there we go. That's a good bounce. I want to see how many people get flagged for forcing the bar into the ground on the deadlift into the clean. That'll be pretty interesting.
Is he count what?
That's exactly who I was thinking about.
Like, he looks like he's counting that.
Are they? Can you buy extra time?
I think it's 7 minutes from the time you finish.
I thought it was a rest.
I thought he said you get a rest. Because if it's 7, I mean, how could you make it a determined time if it was from the time you finished, but a 15-minute cap?
Right.
So I mean, like the dumbbell one that year, it was, hey, here's a window, do this workout. The rest of the time, you got your clean. But they are going. You are correct. They got 3 minutes. What is it? 4 minutes? 3 minutes?
So it's 7 minutes from
the 15-minute mark.
7 minutes from when you finish.
Oh, that is different. So it's 15 minutes no matter what.
So it's a 15-minute cap
to get the first part done, but that clock starts when you finish.
Yep.
Okay. When you finish or the time cap if you don't finish.
Okay. I misunderstood that.
So Scott has till 14:57 to get his in.
Wow. What's he at? 275, 220? I'm so far away from the TV and my phone is glitching. So 275 for counting that?
It's more than that. He has some change plates on.
I think he's got 305 on.
And hang clean, we're gonna see a lot of people fall on their butt.
That was 290.
290. Scott. Always put the 5 and the 2.5 on. I don't believe in 290 or 295. Those are imaginary numbers.
Get the 3 or don't do it.
Yeah, that's it. 3 cheese wheels or go home.
There he goes. Sneak that 2.5 on there.
He is a strong, strong man for sure. Man, I wish I'd have brought my lifters and my belt. Maybe, I don't know. I don't really wear lifters.
What's he going, 310? Got to hustle though.
That clock starting right as you, or from when you finish is, that kind of changes it. You can go. So there will be some planning. Which also means my initial lift will not be.
His time's just about up.
Get it done.
Charlie, does somebody have the standards pulled up? Does it say you have to squat clean, or does it just say clean? Pat,
It just says clean.
bounce it.
He's not
Pat,
getting it. We'll run out of time.
do you have to have it off the ground, or do you have to have the lift done?
Probably off the ground.
They let him finish.
Oh
so.
my God!
Got it.
Wow, I can't believe he stood that up.
He's got more in a tank.
Yeah, I don't know that. So what I was talking about anatomically, that was, I mean, obviously has the legs, obviously has the pull. That was straight transmission, right, from my shoulder to my hip. So that's going to kind of be the tax you pay on that from the first part. Oh, yeah. See, I mean, they're both pulling it high enough. I just, if we're talking the anatomy of it, if I can't stabilize from trunk to shoulder, lock my core down, I can't get any of the power from my legs through the bar when I want to. They'll probably be able to rip it, pull it off the ground, get it to the position, but as far as you being able to support it, the fact he stood that one up is that was impressive in that position. I mean, country strength, 2 Fs. Look at him. Dap me up, boys. Go to your room. You're grounded. I still get the best birthday presents and the big piece of chicken at the house.
So you're saying core and trunk are important.
And this workout, I'm saying that's where you're gonna pay your tax. So if that's not been your thing, then it's gonna really get exposed here.
I got my electrical cords here.
Which I think, I mean, you can tell, dude. Scott is, you know, his trunk is dense, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that I've ever seen him get in a terrible position from. I always make that reference, shoulder to hip, but I don't think I have. I mean, maybe the legs would give, come in a little, but I don't think. I've never seen him do the turtleback thing. Just kind of thinking back.
Get those mashed potatoes.
Yeah. Oh, the old poop dog.
Yeah.
The old good job pooping.
All versions of clean are acceptable.
I mean, yeah. Oh, okay. All versions, nice. So you can power.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be a burner, boys. Good luck. Also, Scott, I got my package. You're the kindest, gentlest man, and I have to get a frame for my poster you signed to put in the meat locker. But yeah, we got the wine glass and the tumbler, man. I really appreciate that. And I don't know if you handwritten notes are I think my love language. So you really just cemented it in. So we
want
appreciate
to thank you,
brother.
man, for doing this with us. Hopefully you'll come back on for the quarters.
Absolutely, and we'll be in there. I think, unless I just bomb this one, but if I don't get 7,000th in the North America, then I'm probably gonna. I'm switching hobbies. So,
All right.
But yeah, we appreciate you, man.
All right. Well, good luck this weekend. And I'll stay in touch and we'll get you set up. We'll get set up for the quarters.
All right, boys.
All right. Have a good
All
one.
right. See ya.
Later.
All right, Charlie, there it is.
There it is.
You out this weekend?
Yeah, probably. I should be.
Yeah, I don't think you should be doing that complex.
No. Yeah. I'd have loved to, though, because 95 is nothing.
Yeah, this one's going to be an interesting one for me because the foundations is sit-ups, which I am not allowed to do.
Because of your back?
I was told to never do them ever again.
Really? Like full sit-ups?
Yeah.
Or ab mat sit-ups? So what do you do? Plank?
I've been planking, but so we'll just have to see. Maybe I do the scaled version as far as I can go.
What is the scaled? Knees to chest?
Knee raises, chin over bar, and then chest to bar, I think.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, with
just
that,
having fun.
we'll let everybody back. Enjoy your weekend. Hit this last 2 workouts for the open. We'll see you next time on the Clydesdale After Dark.